Just Mir, does it smell rotten in here?
I'm afraid you're right. Even though the more pressing question should be, why are there lit candles in a place that hasn't been open for millennia?
But you're certain this is the path to Millendeer?
Absolutely. Something lives down here. The only question is, what?
I guess we'll find out.
Indeed we will. Howdy everyone, how's it going? Welcome to SGG, my name is Luca Jr. and welcome back to some more Spellforce 3. Hopefully you guys enjoyed yesterday's video. Basically
So,
this
what's
is
the
my
plan?
favorite game. I've actually played the first two quite a bit, as I explained at the beginning of, or at the end of the other one. I don't remember when I explained it, but this is definitely one of my favorite series right here. They've definitely changed it quite a bit as they go through the series and doing a lot of different
Strange creatures. What in the blazes was that?
I wouldn't know.
But we are here to explore these dungeons and figure these things out. Oh, we got new shit. Check out this shit. It's the same as the one I got already. No, this stuff is the same shit. But this one is a healing stuff. So we'll do that since you're a healer. Yeah, with on. So we are good there. I'm keeping this stuff right here because
Something you need?
But let's continue exploring this area. So basically what's going on here is your character, this guy right here, Tanah, he is a descendant of a bad sorcerer that wanted to just take over the world basically. And
alright, why not?
And we decided to go against him. So we are here to do other things, but then you get attacked by your own people, basically.
Blazes, what is that thing?
Looks like a golem to me. Maybe the Shapers created it.
Huh.
But basically, you have to take care of everything. Now, this is a game I'm not going to really commentary on just because I get into it too much, and so hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I'm going to commentary here and there on it, but basically, we are running from these guys called the Lion Guard. I think they're the Lion Guard or the Wolf Guard. I think it's the Wolf Guard. Yeah, it's the Wolf Guard. But we're running from the Wolf Guard, and basically we are trying to get away from them and build up our forces to take down the Wolf Guard, as well as do a few other things and try and get rid of this thing called the Bloodborne, which is a magical spell that we do believe that was cast by the guys that they were just talking about. So, hopefully you guys enjoy this. Sit back and relax.
Understood.
Strange creatures, but made of flesh. God King will want. God King needs flesh.
I'll keep you shielded. Danger up ahead. More fighting. Does this never end?
Now would you look at that? Interesting. Let's see. Strange markings on the wood. Huh, interesting. Don't think we can open it without a key, though.
Probably not, no. Here goes nothing.
No, stop! What is meaning of this? Why you killing God King Scions? You. Ugh. You smell unclean. Filthy. Strange creatures you are. Where come from? Who are?
Do you live down here?
Down here? God King does not understand. There is only here. Here and the dark beyond.
The dark beyond?
Yes, big city. Dark and cold. City of old gods. Evil place. Deadly place. God King protects Scions from evil in dark beyond.
Wait a moment. You and your people, you've always been living in these tunnels?
Of course! Where else would God King's people live? Dark beyond is death.
Huh. His ancestors must have found a secret entrance into these caves centuries ago. That's the only logical explanation.
We aren't your enemy. Your people attacked us first.
Yes, Scions did attack you because Scions were scared. God King wants you no harm. God King is good person, protects people from the great evil in dark beyond. But to protect, God King needs power. And for power, needs Scion flesh. Flesh is power. Raw and strong.
Wait a moment. Did you just say that you eat your own people?
To protect! To protect from dark beyond! God King has to. If not, he will lose power.
So, what do you protect your people from? Monsters?
From horror, from pain. But strange flesh people would not understand. Strange flesh people have not seen it.
Seen what?
Horrors! Unspeakable evil, mist and fangs and darkness bred from lost city. 14th day, it comes and takes Scions, children, men, women, eats them, slaughters them. And only power can drive it back. And for power, God King needs flesh. Sad, sad cycle of pain.
Maybe he's talking about a spectral abomination, a kind of ghost. I've read about these in some writings on Shape of Ruins.
Or maybe he's just plain bonkers. I guess we won't be around long enough to find out.
What's a bonkers? God King does not like to be talked about like that.
What is this power you were talking about?
Magic! Old magic. Learned from great-great-great-grandfather. Old God King. But to use, God King needs flesh. Fresh flesh of Scion on 13th day.
He might be talking about a primitive form of necromancy.
And it requires him to eat his people to use it.
Who knows? We all know how fond these priests of Nor are of their shady rituals.
Whatever, I'm more interested in this dark beyond.
Dark beyond? But why?
We call it Molandir, and we are here to find it.
But you will die.
We don't have much of a choice. Can you help us get past this gate?
God King does not like, but God King understands. Yes, he will help, but you will help God King first.
So, that's quite interesting. So he's got to use multiple poles. That's kind of weird and useful at the same time, but that's really odd.
What do you want?
It's simple. Group of treacherous Scions tried to steal my throne. You kill Scions for God King. Bring him their flesh as proof. God King shows you way through door. Understood? God King will be here.
Interesting that they speak our tongue, though. At one point or another, they must have had contact with the outside world.
Will do.
Am I the only one who just saw that?
I'm afraid not. Must have been another goblin.
Yeah, and a pretty damn big one.
Looks pretty narrow. I don't think we'll fit through there. Though maybe... Wait, do you hear that? Grunting. Maybe the goblin built a workshop behind that wall.
As macabre as it may sound, maybe that one likes goblin meat as much as his brother. We could try to lure him out.
Good. We best get some cover now. Let's see if this works.
Sure. This way, right?
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell fresh meat. Eat you! I will eat you!
It's over.
Cry right. God King too strong. God King too cruel.
He took mother, he took son. God King will eat until we all dead.
I think that was it. The rebels are dead.
They didn't look much like rebels to me. They were terrified.
I agree, but they didn't leave us much of a choice. We should head back to the God King.
Yeah, sure.
Yes?
I think I found your rebels. They attacked me.
You did? Show him. Show God King their flesh.
Sure. Here.
Yes, yes. Strange flesh people speak truth. It's them. You honest. You loyal. God King will answer your questions.
Anyway, it's time for you to keep your end of the bargain. How do we get through this door? What are the words?
Are strange flesh people certain? They will die.
Just tell us the words.
God King understands. The words are Kolan Zugar Ruge. Speak words to stone men, and door will open.
Shaper language.
Understood. Farewell then.
Wait, you... God King has favor to ask. Favor may sound strange, but God King asks strange flesh people to listen.
What?
God King wants flesh from outside world. If strange flesh people find goblin flesh in dark beyond and outside world, can they bring it to God King? God King sad for eating own scions. God King needs other way to keep power.
That's, noble, I guess.
Well, we'll see what we can do.
Thank you. Strange flesh people, good people. God King wishes they don't die.
That was one strange encounter, to say the least.
So I had a feeling that the
Who is this?
flesh would
My strange flesh friends. Did they bring more meat? Ah, yes, they did. Good flesh, but not best. We'll feed power, but not for long. God King thanks.
That way?
Human. So we aren't the first to enter these tunnels.
But he's mummified. He might have been here for thousands of years.
Hibernian, maybe. It's hard to tell, but that might be tattoos on his forehead.
The Shaper City was most impressive, but the time has come to leave. This cave is slowly giving me the creeps, and I've gotten most of the knowledge I could get from the city. I'll leave to Golem to guard these secrets from invaders and seal the secret entrance. I don't expect anyone to have the ability to open the entrance. I'll make sure to take the hammer with me in case my Golem creation somehow breaks free. It will be good to get out of this cave. I heard some light noises from outside. I am guessing a minor goblin camp has established itself in front of the entrance. Nothing I can do. I can't. So...
Speak the words.
Is that my imagination, or did that thing just talk to me?
I'm afraid so.
You err. Speak the words.
Kwalan Zagaruge.
You may pass.
It worked. Huh.
Let's find out what he was guarding, shall we?
Nihal's hammer. This is beautiful.
I won't argue with that.
Do you feel that? Wind. We're getting close to the exit.
By Nihalf, we found it. This is amazing.
I agree.
Now, where can we find clues about the Bloodburn? Is Grim?
Huh? Did you say something?
I said, where should we start searching for clues? We need to find out more about the song.
The song. Yes, of course. Do you think we could rest for a moment first, though? I'd like to take some sketches of this place.
Yes, this place is remarkable, but I'm afraid your sketches will have to wait. The Bloodburn won't stop for us.
All right. I guess you have a point. The only problem is, deciphering the Shaper tongue isn't an easy task. We can't just walk in here and expect to find the answers we're looking for.
Then what do you suggest?
I assume the Nexus would be the best place to start. The heart of the city.
The Nexus?
Long story. In short, it's every Shaper city's core. It's where they drew the energy for their constructions from, where they created their devices, and where they stored their knowledge.
All right then, let's go.
Uh-huh.
What's next?
Just give the word.
Huh?
So, what's the plan?
Do you see that?
Can you hear us?
I'm sorry, but we don't understand.
Quaslan. Zaladar?
Punara Yuganza, Zawayetu Kwanlar, Zanju, Domyan Kesnai, Zanladar?
Fascinating.
You speak their tongue?
A bit. I've never used it in an actual conversation, though. I still can't believe this is happening. We're talking to a living Shaper.
So you think this is actually the spirit of a Shaper?
It's not a spirit, Tahar. This man, he's neither dead, nor undead, nor alive. It's almost something like an ethereal puppet string is keeping his life force in place. Not enough for him to die, yet not enough for him to be truly alive.
How long has he been like that? Do you know?
No. But the signature of this magic that's surrounding him is unlike anything I've seen before.
That's fascinating.
Well, not what I'd call it, but yeah, I guess.
So, what did he say?
I don't think he was talking to us. He's not even entirely aware of our presence. I think he's gone completely insane.
Interesting.
Well, he doesn't seem a threat. I suggest we keep on exploring first and maybe come back to him later. There's not much we can do for him now.
Feels strange to do that, but I guess you're right. We need to find that nexus first. Lead the way, Tahar.
Now another ghost. Undead. Lots of them. How did they get here?
They could be Shapers, couldn't they?
Or Hibernians. Only because nobody in our era discovered Mullendeer doesn't mean they didn't. Remember that mage in the caves?
All right.
Here we go.
You'll regret this.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
They will fall. I'll keep you shielded.
There, another ghost.
This one doesn't seem to speak at all. Sounds like a plan.
Ah, yeah. Do you see that overgrown building? That's the Nexus. Nehov's hammer. It looks just like on the stone carvings.
Seems to be protected by some kind of barrier, though. How do we get past?
Excellent question. I doubt we can banish that barrier by force. Maybe... yeah. The ghost. He might know something.
Worth a try, I suppose. Let's head back.
So, guys, real quick before we continue, what I'm going to try and do every episode of this is try and complete an area before I call it a day on the video. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this so far. So this place is actually looks really cool and nice. I don't know exactly what the plans for the future of this area is going to be, why we're even here. So let's get into this. Let's see what else we are supposed to do.
Let's see.
Punara Yuganza, Zawa Yetu Kwanla.
Well then, Iskrim, can you ask him about the barrier?
Yes. Vorzan Devlar, Zawa Yetu Zvan Yaras?
What?
Van Drax, Verzan Devlar.
Punara Yuganza, Zawa Yetu Kanlar. Sansfu Namyan Kesnai, Devlar.
Oh, I see.
So?
It's complicated, but I think I understand now. He's part of a defense mechanism, so to speak. His soul is bound to the city in order to protect it. I think he wants to be freed.
If he's here to protect, why didn't he attack us?
Good question. Maybe the magic that controls him got weaker with the centuries.
Does he know how the Shapers died? That's one of the greatest mysteries on Io.
I asked him that, but he didn't react. I think he knows, but his mind isn't able to process my question. It's sad. There's this source of Shaper knowledge, yet we cannot access it anymore.
Source of knowledge. That's a person you're talking to. Or was one. You know that, right?
I do. Doesn't make his existence less phenomenal.
And if we free him, will that banish the barrier?
Well, the problem is he's not alone. There are still 3 more of his kind here in Mullendeer, and unless we free them all, it won't get us any closer to the Nexus.
Then we need to find them all. How do we free them?
Well, that's the thing. I might have misunderstood, but I think we need to fight and, well, kill him. It's the only way. Blazes, this is so ironic. Here we are, the first sentient beings to walk this city in millennia, and now...
Well, if we want to enter the Nexus, I doubt we have a choice. Also, they don't exactly seem too happy here. I know I wouldn't if I'd been roaming a deserted city as living dead for millennia.
I know. It's what they want.
I'm sorry.
Salam Kar!
Get ready!
Yes? What a waste.
Let's see what he has on him.
So, Iskrim, how long have you been doing this?
Doing what?
Digging up bones, dusting off trinkets? I honestly always thought archaeology was just a hobby for the nobles with too much money.
Well, it is, in a way. And I'd have to lie to you if I told you my life... a shard. Wait. Tahar, that rune Lacane gave you, could you show it to me?
Sure.
Fascinating. They look alike.
How is that possible?
Good question. I suggest we take a closer look at it later in the Nexus. Now come, I'd like to get this pointless butchering over with as soon as possible.
You got it. Yeah, I guess. Did you ever think of going elsewhere? Kalea, maybe? Finn and Mir? Why did you even leave Windwall?
That's a long story. And regarding your first question, yeah, I have thought about that. Collier especially. Marvelous place with scholars. But then Rondar Lacane came along and offered me this opportunity.
Makes sense.
Interesting.
You'll regret this.
What the? 2 more left.
See if they also have a shard of them.
Let's see. Whatever's necessary.
I need mana!
One more soul to save. All right.
We should get moving.
You read my mind. Now, would you look at that? Did you hear that?
Yes. Something shifted.
We should take a look at that barrier. Would you look at that? It worked.
I was half expecting the city to blow up in our faces.
Now, wait. Do you hear that?
Niehaus hammer.
Sure. Nexus or not, there's definitely an impressive energy radiating from behind that door. Kind of unsettling, to be honest. So, Tahar, do you want to go in?
Yes. Just stay wary. We have no idea what to expect. Incredible. So, this is the Nexus?
The upper levels. We'll need to go further down to find the heart. Come. Corporal?
Interesting. Got it.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Is this really necessary?
I can't focus.
Danger up ahead. You'll regret this. Move!
Let's see.
So guys, these things are really cool. I kind of like it because you can actually put them together. Yep, teleport around the map. Makes getting around these maps so
Yes.
cool, honestly. But hopefully we will get into
Yes?
His magical and technological prowess remains unrivaled. One thing is clear. None of their marvels would have been possible without an incredible amount of magical energy. According to Iskrim, this is it. The heart of the Nexus. The source of the Shaper's power.
Well, blow me down with a feather. And here I thought this couldn't get any more impressive.
Then I'm guessing we got lucky? This is the Nexus?
Yes. We found Mullendeer's heart. So, as I said already to Har, if we're to find out anything about the Bloodburn in this city, it'll be here. Do you see that massive pillar in the center? That's where the Shapers drew their energy from. They used it to communicate, to store knowledge, to power the mechanisms in their city, and to build some of their most magnificent creations.
So this is also some kind of archive?
Well, not in the traditional sense. I doubt you'll find a lot of books here.
Huh. And where exactly does that energy they channel in here come from? What is it?
Well, that's one of the great Shaper mysteries. There's many theories and few facts. But the most likely one is that it draws from some kind of world essence, the same we mages use to cast magic.
If something like that exists, why have I never heard about it before?
As I said, it's just one of many theories. I might be completely mistaken.
What did they create? Just creatures?
Well, obviously just a few very select items, such as, I suppose, the runes we found. Only the most skilled of their craftsmen were allowed to work on that altar you see over there. Being Zaklar, a runesmith, was one of the most respected positions in Shaper society, and only those of the priest caste were even considered. I'm guessing that whatever miracle allowed them to create these ghost watchers outside was also manufactured here.
Did you just say they used this place to communicate?
Yes. Apparently, some Shapers were able to communicate with each other by thought alone.
I've heard about that. But what does this Nexus have to do with it?
Well, their telepathy wasn't an innate skill. It was something the higher castes learned through somehow joining their minds to that pillar. They were connected.
Well, that does sound useful.
And a little bit scary.
Either way, I suggest we take a look around, see what we can find. Nihav's hammer. Do you feel that?
Energy. Seems there's still some left.
Yeah. And what's that? Huh. Looks like some kind of anvil?
Could that be where the Shapers forged their creations?
Very likely so, yes. Wait. How about a little experiment? That strange rune LeCain gave you. Could I, borrow it for a moment?
What for?
As I said, a little experiment. These shards we found on the ghosts outside. I think I might be able to combine them with our rune.
All right. Go ahead.
Thank you. Huh. Well, that's interesting.
What?
The runes. They look alike.
So, LeCain gave us a Shaper rune?
Might be, yeah.
He seemed to think it was a gift from Aenir.
Huh. Interesting. Well, I personally don't believe in Aenir handing out gifts to his followers, but as you can tell by the godstones all over the city, he played a role in the Shaper's faith too. So, technically, it could be both the Shaper rune and the gift from the Allfather.
And you're still sure you want to do this?
I am. It may take a while, so I suggest you take a look around in the meantime.
Sure. At least we'll be out of the blast radius that way.
Very funny.
Yes?
That is pretty funny, honestly, if you ask me.
Understood.
Yeah, go back upstairs with the next word. this time is pretty much exploring this area, trying to figure things out. Definitely interested in see that sword over there.
Interesting. What's that?
Looks like a map of Fiara. A very old one.
So this is what the world looked like during the reign of the Shapers. That's fascinating.
Indeed. You see those markings? Glyphs. They look like someone carved them into the stone.
Can you make out what they say?
I've been trying, but
Yes. Yes, that's it. Over here, quickly!
To this day, the Shaper's magical and technological prowess remains unrivaled.
Isgrim?
Ah, there you are. I was right. It worked. Look.
I don't see anything.
Just take a look. Here, Tahar.
What the heck just happened? What did you do?
I don't know. The rune, it must have reacted to you somehow, Tahar.
Yes, but why? What did you do to it?
I joined it with the shards we found on the Ghost Watchers. I'm guessing that caused some kind of magical reaction when you, as the rune owner, touched it.
So we're bound to the city now.
No, of course not. But I think the rune got stronger. Still, I'll have to do more research on this. I can't help but feeling that these runes are an ocean and we've merely touched the surface.
Let's just hope there isn't a monster on the bottom.
Anyway, what now? We still haven't learned anything new about the Bloodburn or the song.
That's right, we haven't. But while I was working on the rune, a thought occurred to me. Remember how I told you that some of the higher caste Shapers were able to communicate by thought alone, by telepathy? Frankly, I believe that's exactly what the song is. Telepathy.
You mean we're hearing the thoughts of a Shaper?
The Shapers are extinct, so no. But it might be someone else using Shaper magic or a sort of mental echo. The memories of the dead.
I'm not sure what you mean by a mental echo.
Well, the Shapers left all kinds of traces, didn't they? And those specters we fought on the surface are proof that their magic is still prevalent. Also, we know they use telepathy to communicate, so who knows? Maybe this song is just a lost, forgotten thought that somehow made it through the millennia.
That's almost poetic.
The song is telepathy. You mean, what we are hearing?
Isn't an actual sound, but a thought translated by your mind, yes. That explains why not everybody hears it, doesn't it?
Why do we then?
Probably because of our magical gifts. It makes sense, doesn't it?
So, somebody is talking in our heads. That's bizarre. Be that as it may, how does that get us any closer to finding a cure for the Bloodburn?
Because it tells us what has to be done next. Reactivate the Nexus.
Why?
Because it might allow us to do the same thing that the Shapers did. Join our minds to that pillar. We could connect to the collective subconscious of an extinct race, which then again could help us understand the song and its origin.
That sounds intriguing. How do we reactivate it, though?
Good question. But I believe those two pedestals have something to do with it. I'm pretty sure they're what used to be conjuring the energy of this place.
And they're empty. So we need to find whatever was in there, don't we? A power source.
Yeah. The only question is how.
I think I have an idea. Let's get back to that map. I think Isgrim should take a look at it. Here we go. What do you make of this, Isgrim?
A map of old Fiara. By Nehalf, this is incredible.
Yes, but I was talking about those markings. They look as though they were added manually, don't they? I've started translating them already, but I'm stuck. Can you take a shot?
Let me see. Zaganar Zavuladun. Stones of... Wait. You're right. The Stones of the Essence and their location.
Stones of the Essence? So they are the power sources we're looking for.
They must be, yes.
But why would someone hide the stones and then mark their location?
Who says someone hid them? Maybe they were just brought somewhere else. It's common knowledge that the last years of the Shapers were chaotic, and they might have had a good reason to abandon this nexus.
Then maybe it's not a good idea to bring them back, don't you think?
Well, the thing is, without the stones, we're stuck. We need this place up and running to understand the song. Even if my theory about it being telepathy is wrong, without power, we can't access the archive neither.
Then we need to find them.
Absolutely. And I suggest we start right away with...
Hold your horses, we're not getting these stones anytime soon.
Why?
Because if that map is anywhere near accurate, one of those stones is located in what's now Aeonir's Blade. No point going in there without an army.
The Iron Falcons. Right.
Iron Falcons?
You don't know. The Iron Falcons are an order that is protecting the tomb of Foil Darg. They're fighting the world's end, so to speak. What about the other marking, Iria? Maybe...
Hold on. The Field Darg? The ancient evil?
Yeah, them. According to the lore, the Guardians locked them in this tomb. But the seal has gotten weaker as time went by, so for over 800 years, the Iron Falcons have been protecting it. I'm surprised you know so little of your own country's lore, Tahar.
Well, my father was never interested in old myths.
The Field Darg aren't a myth, not at all. If it weren't for the Falcons, Fiara would be history by now. That's not to say they're a likable bunch. Word has it that they're fanatically religious, self-righteous pricks. But I guess living in the desert with only skeletons to keep you company does that to you.
What about the other marking?
That one's even worse. This land where the marking points to doesn't even exist anymore. It's right in the Black Sea.
Damn it, you're right. But, that doesn't necessarily mean that this island doesn't exist anymore, does it? Maybe the cartographers of our era simply haven't discovered it yet. We could build a ship, right? Sail there and find out.
Yeah, maybe. But again, for that we need support. Someone who can provide us with influence, money, and at least some troops against whatever we'll face there. Not to mention the fact, Tahar, that your former general has probably already sent his dogs on us.
Ideas?
What about that village mayor, Clara Farland? Didn't she tell us something about certain friends she has?
True. And there was a shapeshifter.
Yeah, though I still don't think this is a good idea. How about the Moorhair elves? You told me they're investigating the Bloodburn too, didn't you?
We fought them in Leonon. I doubt they'll be eager to cooperate.
They know they made a mistake. That scryer, she snapped, and given General Noria's intentions, she wasn't even that wrong to do so. I'm pretty sure they'll listen to what we have to say, especially if they're struggling with the Bloodburn themselves.
All right, it might be worth a try.
Well then, sounds like we have plenty of options, doesn't it? Where do we start?
I think Clara Farland is our safest bet. She owes us.
True. We can still seek out the Moor here afterwards anyway. Or the orcs, if you really think this is a good idea.
All right, then back to Farland's Hope, is it?
Yeah. Let's take some more time to rest and get prepared.
This'll be our base, won't it?
I guess so. Yes.
Nihalv's hammer. How about a tad more enthusiasm? We're in the ancient city of the Shapers. If anything, we should feel honored.
Well, let's just hope the city's defenses work better for us than they did for them.
I'll take care of that. Above all, we need allies.
We'll find them.
Alrighty, guys. So that's actually going to be the end of this episode. So what we're going to be planning on doing here, is we're going to be going to the world map, so that way we can take a look at what our options are. I know that I said that well, I picked through the character that we were going to go choose the humans first, but we can either go there or go to the orcs here, or we can go to the elves way So, if you guys want to choose, help me choose, I should say, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know which one you should go with first, the humans, the orcs, or the elves. I haven't really played around much with the other races, mostly the humans, because that's what we start off with this, so we have no other choice. But if you guys are enjoying the series, go ahead and hit that like button. And as always, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!